One of the things that you need to know before you get involved in a lawsuit in Arizona is what kind of a timeline you're looking at. It's not always possible to tell exactly how lawsuits are going to work out. By their nature, they tend to be unpredictable. But an answer or a responsive pleading of some sort needs to be filed within 20 days after the person is served, assuming that they're in Arizona, or 30 days if they're outside Arizona. 40 days after that answer or responsive pleading is turned into the court, then the parties exchange what's called a disclosure statement. Boiling it down, basically that's everybody's side of the story. The plaintiff says what their witnesses are, what documents they think they're going to use, what statutes work in their favor, and that sort of thing. And the defendant does the same thing. The parties exchange those 40 days after that answer or responsive pleading is filed. There's a discovery period, which means talking to people, taking statements, exchanging documents, sometimes fighting over what documents to exchange, and other discovery activities are going to take place. That usually goes 180 days, sometimes more, sometimes as much as 9 months, maybe a year in a complicated case. Eventually there may be something called a dispositive motion. That's a motion where one side or the other asks the judge to decide all or part of the case without going to the jury. Sometimes those are called motion for summary judgment, but there are other types as well. If those are filed, the case is going to take a little bit longer than if they are not filed. And eventually the case is going to get set for trial. Of course, court's calendars being as busy as they are, you never know quite exactly when that's going to happen. But as a general rule, you're looking at about 18 to 24 months to resolve a civil case in state court in Arizona. Things usually don't go according to plan. Things usually take longer than everyone thinks that they're going to. And so it's important to talk to your lawyer beforehand to figure out what the overarching plan is, what we're going to do if things change midstream, and how to handle this lawsuit in a way that's going to be the most cost-effective and the most beneficial for the client.